This twin turbo setup, I was actually able to achieve 922 to the rear wheel with 18 pounds of boost. So this is an actual gutted Whipple supercharger. Whipple superchargers are capable of supporting up to 2,000 horsepower with its water air intercooler setup, along with an upgraded IC chiller. We wanted to find out what the horsepower losses are from the supercharger itself, as we have data. Around 18 pounds of boost, we're able to usually achieve on the stock blower around 820 to the rear wheel. This twin turbo setup, I was actually able to achieve 922 to the rear wheel with 18 pounds of boost. 2018 Demon. The Demon 170 actually makes 900 flywheel with pump gas at 21 pounds of boost. We pushed this puppy up to 21 pounds and it hit 1,006 to the rear wheel. The data shows as well that at 16 PSI, it hit 808 to the rear wheel. So the efficiency of just going twin turbo is much better than a supercharger.
Okay.
The setup itself, being a 72 mil HELLION twin turbo kit, is really meant for the upgraded dart block 2,000 horsepower motor. It does have a simple upgraded transmission, along with the twin turbo torque converter setup, 4,000 stall. It will be used this year as a street car, and we were able to tame it down, which with the settings of 16 PSI, you'll be with great street power, but at the drag strip, you can dial it up just a little bit. But it's really meant for the big boy setup, which will be next year. So the data that we were able to gather proves the efficiency is so much greater by going to twin turbo setups. It's kind of like our answer to the ZR1, which makes 1,064 flywheel horsepower on pump gas. This one here can achieve the same numbers just at 18 pounds of boost. So that's like 1,050 flywheel pump gas setup, and you can crank it up a little bit more. Nice and clean. So one of my major issues that we had was the billet intake manifolds that are provided by companies don't look clean. The engine bay does not look anything worth showing as a show car. And by gutting the actual supercharger of the Whipple, it looks OEM. It's a much cleaner setup. We powder coated the supercharger to match the color of the car. So as you can see, the actual pulley of the supercharger has been chopped and welded shut. There is no more belt. The bypass is still here, but it's actually just installed to make it look good. Normally other twin turbo kits will have this just hanging somewhere, which looks ugly. My brother was able to figure out how to make it look proper because this bypass valve section is closed. So that's gives it a clean look. Then it has the CGR billet valve covers, which are here, along with the 1,500 horsepower setup for the catch can.
Nice.
Just a nice clean setup. So the efficiency rates were definitely impressive. I think we're talking about an extra 120 to the rear wheel loss.
Right.
From switching from a supercharger to a twin turbo kit.
Anything done to the suspension and whatnot?
No, everything's stock for now, as the upgrades will be next year for the drag setup. That's when it'll get the dart block, billet Weinberg crank, THITEK heads. That'll be the 2,000 plus horsepower motor, along with the triple pumps. And then the whole back end will be switched to AED control arms, rear cradle lockout, DSS half shafts, and main dry shaft. So it'll be drag ready. The idea is to be still full interior, go to the track and run low eights with no issues, and then basically switch the actual boost settings for street use, so you can have best of both worlds.
Right, nice. Let's take a